Hello Leo, welcome to your reading. My name is Maria and this is a tarot reading for you if you have dominant Leo in your chart, if you're a cross watcher or felt drawn here for another reason, then surely you were guided here no matter what your sign is. If the reading resonates, then it's meant for you. Leo, your luck is changing in a great way. The fortune's wheel is turning for you, and what is coming in is luck and right timing, and very clearly a lot of sort of glittery, glowy, abundance energy. It's like you have been doing something so that you pass through the eye of the needle. This one also coming out sort of as a is that in Danish it's called pupil? I don't think that's what it's called in English, or iris. Either way, through sort of the eye of the needle, and now the whole thing is opening up again, and your luck is changing beautifully and for the much better. Now with this great opening and all of this great luck, a trickster energy shows up as well. This one comes out, the joyful muse. And it could be a part of you, but it mostly comes out as sort of somebody else who comes in, who is either themselves lucky to pass by you just as your luck is shifting and opening, or they might have had another kind of a sense about the fact that you're golden at this point. But it does look like it could be sort of slightly a coincidence that your luck is changing this much and then this one comes back in. You'll know probably, but whether it's somebody you've known before, it could be, for some of you for sure it will be, could also be somebody that you knew of but didn't know, or of course maybe a whole new energy, but they come in with an incredible amount of sort of scattered energy, because you can see this cat, it does look kind of insane, and they're like so overly super extremely enthusiastic, like in a way that is sort of not really matching their true vibe or their true energy. They have this aura about them, like those comedians that are incredibly depressed. And then every time they come into a room, it's like a slapstick and 10,000 jokes and everything is going really fast to sort of disguise the fact that they're actually incredibly low vibe and that they're actually really depressed. And that's the kind of energy that this cat is coming out with. It's like they're coming in and they have a lot of hoo-ha and show things, and the energy is just so frantic and so much, and it's really because there is something that is not, that their true vibe is actually not matching what they're showing up with, that there's something that they're not telling you or showing you, or maybe showing anybody, that is way more low vibe than what they've decided to show up with in the world. And it came out with this Yiddish, I believe, saying that goes like this: where there is too much, something is missing. And that's sort of the description of this energy or this person, that they're actually, they're coming in with all of these tricks and shows and energy and jokes and ha, and really it's because they're not able to be present. And they have, some issues, some low vibe things going on that they would rather not show anybody, than that they're hoping that their show will sort of, hide. So there are two things at play here. There's both sort of slightly as trickster energy. So there is something that you have that they would like, and whether it's necessarily bad intentions or not, it is certainly ego. There is something about you that they really want to be close to you and your good luck and all of your super energy. And they would maybe really like to be associated with you, and that's also why they're, because they think that they can match this with showing up like this, which is of course absurd, but this is the best they got to get near this. But they have a little bit of a trickster energy going on. I don't think that they might not be, you'll know probably from your story whether they're malicious or not. It doesn't look like that mostly to me. They just, if there's some fruit to pluck, being near you, they would really like to pluck that fruit. But you come out with yet another luck card, showing me that you're so supported at this time in your energies that they can't really steal your fruit, and also they can't, because it looks like you are being very diligent and very you're really working on your discernment at this point, because you wouldn't of course have passed through the eye of the needle unless you had ascended to an incredibly high level of being, and that high level of beingness also entails the fact that you can now see other things and you can really see people for what they are. So your luck is certainly bigger than this one, and I think also you'll realize that you're not a match, because really it is. But there's also another part of this where that there is a trick. This chameleon comes out also as a sort of a trickster energy in a way like this one, except that is something inside of yourself that you yourself also carry, sort of a something that could trip you up potentially, something that could be a little bit like this one, inside of you. Let's say you have an old tendency to addiction, or you have an old tendency to have a bad temper, or to fall into darkness or something like that. That of course will also potentially be show up here to say, oh, you need to fix this as well, or just all of this incredible luck and good energy coming in. It is, without you noticing it, maybe an old bad habit could slip in, to your reality as well. And the way to avoid that is to remember your spiritual practice, to be, you could also be a workaholic, and maybe all of this energy comes in, and that workaholic energy wakes up again without you completely noticing it. And so spiritual practice is the way to go, like your prayers or your meditations or your whatever your rituals or your how you do with spirit, do that, because it's important. And then these two cards come out. They're in Danish. They're called stillness and action. And they're advising you to be still before you act. So make sure that you check in with yourself also in terms of sort of choosing other people into your reality and into your life and into your energy, because this one comes in as somebody who's absolutely not present at all. Like they're so erratic in their energy because they're not actually able to be present, but you are. And that is actually your ticket, and that's why you're also going through the eye of the needle, because you are able to be present, which is sort of the miracle energy. And that's also why a lot of other people who don't know how to do that at all are really attracted to you, because you know how to do this. You're being advised to just remember quiet time, because it'll really ground you, and it'll make sure that you stay high vibe and that you keep this great flow and momentum going. And then after quiet time, action, so that you don't do it the other way around, because maybe, let's say this really is a sort of an old workaholic energy that you've had, then it's very important that you do take a little bit of time to just a little bit of time before action and reaction, a little bit of time before when the world comes in, before you give something back, or listen to you, because you have everything you need in order to know how to move forward. And your reading ends with the intuition card, and it looks like this. So in your card, your reading starts like that. So this is showing me very clearly that your luck is tied to your intuition, very clearly. So listen to it, and don't overhear it or pretend it's not there, which I also really think you wouldn't. And this card also actually very beautifully is talking about you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have like to do the perfect thing with your intuition all the time, every time, and really, you know, hit yourself on the head if you knew something was wrong and you went there anyway, because it's really talking about it being a process. You learning to follow your intuition is not going to be like the road of perfection. It's going to be kind of trial and error, but it is the thing that is moving your luck forward at this time. Is really, really beautiful. So just listen to your intuition. Make sure you have time enough to hear what it's saying, because that's gonna tell you very clearly where to go and where not to go, and to keep this great momentum going. So this is your reading, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and like and share and comment, and come back again soon. Bye.